start with asking you, what made you fall in love with hair in the first place?
What made me fall in love with hair in the first place was because it was something that I just found joy in. Like, it was something that, like, dang, I'm making her feel good, like, walking up out of here. And that's me as a person. Like, I always want to, like, feel that I'm pouring into somebody or, like, making them feel good about themselves. And, like, hair is just another way for it. But I fell in love with the therapy of it. Like, you just never know what someone is going through, and you just never know what you can get from a client. Like, a client can say something to you, and it was just confirmation from God of what you needed to hear. And I think that also is like what made it start feeling good to me. So when it started feeling good, it was just like, yeah, so who finna be in my seat next? Like, let's do this.
So you say it makes you feel good to make others feel good. Have you ever had a situation where a client didn't leave your chair feeling good, or she didn't like the finished product?
Yes, it's been a couple times where a client didn't like the finished product.
So how do you deal with that? Like, what's your response to clients who don't like their hair?
Sometimes we in Chicago, they be playing and they just be trying to get off. I'd be doing exactly what that picture looked like. But I'll sit up and I'll just say, okay.
They be trying to get off how? Like, what you mean by that?
They'll be like, oh, well, I want them to be a little bit smaller. But you asked for medium. Well, you think you dictate my size? You see my medium? So.
That's right. What you got to say to clients who try to, like, play their way up out of payment by waiting till the last minute to talk about tweaks and fixes on their hair?
I'm gonna try to fix your tweaks and fixes, but if they can't get fixed, either you can take a little $30 off, but you gonna pay me. So, and that's just kind of how I do it. Like, there's boundaries. But if you don't really like your hair, and like I feel like, okay, damn, like I fucked up. But as a hairstylist, you know if you can achieve a look or not. So you know if you was finna fuck this person's head up or not. But I never had an experience where someone gave me the full payment back, because I'm going to ask you as we go, like, do you like this? Do you like this? I'm spinning that chair around in that mirror, because you're not finna play with me like that. Because I don't even have time for this anyway. So
for anybody that's trying to book you, what's your policies? Like, what's some non-negotiables and your boundaries you set so clients don't get over on you?
Okay, I used to be so lenient with this, but that 15-minute grace period. At the 15-minute, I'm in that car and I'm pulling off, because don't play with me. You have to be here. You're not finna play with me like that. Because I be having stuff scheduled when I get done doing hair. Whether I'm going to go study, whether I'm going out with friends, whether I'm going to go study at a bar. You're on my time, so you need to be here, or I'm leaving, because you're wasting my time at this point.
Do you feel like some clients forget that you're also human too, and they like take advantage of like your services?
I haven't ran into that. I don't know if it's because like maybe I have older clients, mature clients, but I don't really service like my age, 23 years old. Like, they rarely come and sit in my seat, so I don't have to deal with that. Like, most of the time,
you feel like the older crowd
they
is
understand.
More professional and
yes, like
than the younger crowd?
If I'm running late, or they be booking them 6 a.m. and I probably was outside on a Friday night, baby, I ain't there till 7:30. They be lenient. Like, they real deally be waking me up out my sleep sometime, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, but I knock $50 off. Like, I was late. That's on me. I knew what I was supposed to do in the morning. Yeah. But
do you feel like the new hairstylists, they have a habit of like stepping out on their requirements or the things they supposed to be doing? Like, do you think they got too much in the habit of not doing the right thing when it comes to their business?
From my experience, I would say like the people that I be around that do hair, they actually starting to like pour more into like doing, like really pouring into doing hair, doing what they do. So I can't really just say like, oh, they like try to half-ass. I think they be like overly trying to do it, like, getting a little strict around here.
Yeah, because they say the new hairstylists, they not washing and blow drying. So what you
now I'm not washing and blow drying either. You gonna pay. You gonna pay. Like, y'all hair be thick as hell, long as hell, on top of 4-6 hour braids.
So what do you think like should be the fee for like wash and blow dry? You think that should be set as a separate service, or it should be included?
Okay, let me just give an example, because I would say that no, it needs to be a separate service, and here's why. Because when I first got into a shop, I used to have wash and blow dry included, and so it caused me to raise up my prices. So my prices went up almost like $75, almost, yeah, $75, $80, and people was like, dang, they went up high, like you went up a lot. But it was because I had added wash and blow dry, but people didn't understand that. But now when they book wash and blow dry, they see the breakdown of what they're getting. So if you're getting a wash and blow dry, you see how much they cost. If you're getting knotless braids, you see how much they cost. If you want to add boho, you see what that costs. I don't just put boho knotless on there because my boho knotless could be sky high and they trying to figure out why, but it's because the boho hair costs $80 fucking.
Right.
Like,
and boho is a new trend because a couple years ago we wasn't hearing about boho. First we had regular box braids, then we had micros, and we got knotless now. Like, so what do you think about all these new trends that's coming up in the hair community?
I feel like it's making the hair community grow because knotless, I feel like micros was too small. When people would get the knots were either too big or too small. Like they just was looking funny. And knotless just give it that real good look. But now people want braids, but they also enjoy having hair on their head. So now they want that boho look that still gives that weave illusion, but it's in braids. So I'm like...
So how do you stay creative and like keep up with the new trends? How do you implement that in your business?
Because on my downtime, I'm finna take a model because I still got to pay this booth rent. So somebody gonna come up in here. And so that's kind of how I do it. I have so many siblings and like friends and supporters as far as like letting me try things on their hair that I just try new things. And I have friends that help me, you know, braid. Like she gives me techniques, you know, she helped me get better. Yeah. And I think that's what helps me like stay with what's going on.
Let's get more into that because it's a lot of new beginners in the, you know, hair industry that they don't even know where to start, who hair to start on because they don't even got people to support them. So how do you go about finding models and people that'll let you do those trial and tribulation eras?
I just reach out to my friends. Like I reach out to my friends, just call my sister, so can I try this on your hair? Like that's kind of how it started. I would just ask somebody like, hey, can I try this on your hair? I want to learn how to do this. Can I try it? And that's just how I just started doing it. And nobody ever told me like, no, you can't try on my hair. Like, okay, whatever. I'll go to the next person. What to do? But I always had supporters when it came down to my hair. I can't ever just say like, oh, they don't support my business. No, I always had like a decent amount of support, especially from my family.
Yeah. Would you say your family supports you more or strangers? Because it's like this thing going on where people feel like a stranger will support you before your family member.
It's most definitely gonna come from a stranger. But as far as my models, they mostly be family members, but who don't love, you know, a free hairstyle.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
Do you feel like people would support you if it wasn't free?
Yes. And I can't even just sit here and say like, oh, my family don't support me. Like my family who get their hair braided, they support me 1,010%. Like I have always had like that support from my mutual like, but my consistent clients are outsiders. My consistent clients aren't family members, but my people support me. Like they'll call me like, Dorothy, I need some braids. When can you come do me some braids? You know, they're gonna try me before they try someone else. Yeah. I can't really just say like, oh, I didn't have support. You do got some family members who don't, and that's why I said what I said. Cause some of them don't. But my immediate circle, like the ones I talk to daily, they support me, and that's all that matters. Everybody else, y'all see what y'all see, and that's why y'all don't support me.
That's right. So with the support that you have outside of like your family, but let's talk about your regular clients. Have you ever had like a regular client, quote unquote, cheat on you with another stylist?
Yes.
So explain to me from my hairstylist mindset the feeling or the thoughts that go through y'all mind when y'all clients cheat on y'all with another hairstylist.
I'd be like, oh, you don't like my work no more. You gonna go to the next person? Oh, I wasn't fulfilling enough. But okay, next. You ain't stopping shit. Like that's kind of just how I be. Like, okay, next. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I didn't have a motherfucker. Not motherfucker. But person. I didn't have a person like start off supporting me, and then they go and support the next person who's my age, and I was just like, okay, who cares? Yeah. Next, my life goes on, bigger and better. So that's kind of.
Have you ever had a situation where like a client cheated on you and they went and got something worse and then came back and told you about it?
Yes, and I'd be like, that's what your ass get. Like, but if you coming back and you telling me that, I hope you like was looking for that type of response. Like, how was you expecting me to respond?
Yeah, you shouldn't
But
have cheated on me.
yeah, and I hate when people be like, "Oh, I don't care if my client go to the next one." Bitch, you been coming to me for years. Mm-hmm. What do you mean you going to
it's
the next
a real
one?
Relationship.
Yeah, like we had a bond. You gonna go and take our conversations and our love to the next seat? No, you don't take my energy from me. You know, right. So that's kind of how they be.
Exactly. So, for any of the girls that's watching you, looking up to you, what would you tell them about, clients that chair hop and how to go about maintaining a good relationship with your clients so they don't chair hop? Like, how do you maintain good relationships with clients to where they're staying with you 5 plus 10 years or whatever?
First off, if they gonna chair hop, let them. Like, it doesn't stop you. Never, even if you feel some type of way, don't ever say nothing. And when they text trying to book again, let them. Like, let them. Who cares? Like, that's literally what I do. I let them. And when my clients are in my seat, I always try to like spark up a good conversation with them. And I feel like when I spark up that conversation, those type of conversations are what help us build connection. And I'm not finna just sit up and talk about relationships and boyfriend. No, I'm actually finna talk about, so how do I make my business become an LLC or something? Like, we gonna talk about something that's gonna help me grow. Like, I'm gonna share my downfalls and I'm gonna see if my client can help me. Because if you always just sharing with your clients as if like you're always on a high and glorify your life, you're not really pouring into them. But if you try to meet your clients on a realistic level, like they a homie or something, they're gonna keep coming back because you got the vibe, you got the speed, you got, you doing hair included, like they leaving out feeling like a baddie. So it's just like, yeah, we're gonna come back because the vibes is there, the good conversation is there. When I leave there, I feel like refilled, like I done went to church or something, had good service, so
yeah. So it sounds like it's all about the vibes for real. Like, you gotta set the tone and have a good vibe.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be a people person. Like, you gotta want to do this. Like, you can't just be in nobody's head just braiding their head. Like, okay, let me just make you pretty so you can get out. No, let's have a good conversation. Matter of fact, you want some wine? Like, we're gonna have a good time.
So, aside from that, like, you ever had like a bad experience or a bad vibe with a client? Like, what's the worst experience you ever had?
The worst experience I have ever had was when a girl was like, oh, well, I wanted, what the heck she wanted? Her hair was thin. It's all get out, like so thin. But you wanted all these braids. And I was just telling you, like, I can only make these braids so full because your hair's so thin, it will, like, pull on your hair. Or, like, no, this is the one. I was doing an older lady hair, right? And so I'm doing an old lady hair. She want like some braids kind of twist, but her hair like this short. But you want to give this type of look. So I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to try to feed some weave in. I don't do weave, but you just make this look with my hair. But it's like I couldn't make that look with her hair, and so when I was done, she was like, oh, why is it like this? And I just didn't know what to say because it was like, it's like this because that's how your hair is. Like, so I think that was my worst experience, and that made me be like, yeah, if you want me to do something with your natural hair, just come see me first. Like, send me a picture of your hair so that we can see if you can actually get this hair. And then let me know if you want weave or not, because...
Yeah. Do you think clients be having too high expectations sometimes, or they don't even know what they're, like, looking for when they come in to sit in your chair?
I feel like most of them do know what they're looking for, but there are a few that don't know what they're looking for. And in that case, those are the ones where I'm constantly turning you into the mirror because you got me anxiety high as hell. Because how do I know if I'm doing it to your liking? And then I'm not about to sit here for hours and then you don't like it and then you don't come back. That was a waste of me and your time if you're not gonna come back. Like,
okay, so from a hairstylist perspective, how would you want a client to let you know that they don't like something? Like, what's the ideal way a client should go about, getting something fixed? Because that's a honest mistake or something understandable, because I'm sure hairstylists have sat in other people's chairs and didn't like something and asked people to fix it. But how would y'all go about it?
Me, I always lead with sweetness. So I feel like if I'm always trying to lead with sweetness, then you should. Mm-hmm. So don't come telling me that, you don't like this and you just say, yeah, this is ugly, you need to fix it. Cause who? I ain't fixing nothing. Who the fuck you talk to?
I know that's
So that be the part that I don't be liking, but majority of the time I don't have to deal with stuff like that. Like I said, I lead with sweetness. So if I ever like have to bug up with a client, they ask for that.
Yeah.
So I always lead with sweetness, and I think that's why I don't run into these type of things.
Yeah.
Cause if they tell me they don't like something, they be like, oh well, I wanted it a little bit more full, or I wanted my baby hairs, swooped a little bit this way. I'll try to fix that. Like, you just telling me how you wanted it, but you're not gonna demand me to do anything.
I know that's right. Respect. So, what's one thing clients do that hairstylists hate but won't always say?
What clients do, the hairstylists say,
but
hate.
Which y'all won't really speak on.
When y'all be moving y'all head. Like, I get we got a chair and we supposed to be adjusting the chair and doing all that, but do we really want to do that? Like, that takes so much pumping. Just pumping. Go up, down, up. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. Like, if I say put your head down, put your head down. Don't, like, knock it to the side. Like, at this point, just go to sleep so I can just lay your head how I need it.
You would rather a client be asleep while you do their hair?
Yes. Go your ass to bed. Lay down. Like, because most of the time when they are asleep, though, unless I'm on, like, the front part, they be asleep like this. So that got the back. So I'll be cool.
Yeah.
But,
so it seems like you got such a good personality. I know your clients love you. But aside from, like, being remembered by your clients, what legacy would you want to leave with, like, your brand?
Okay, well, my brand, I want it to be something that speaks my personality. Like, I like to pour into people. I like to kind of overshare so that people can see, like, I'm a walking testimony. Like, stop that sad shit. Let's go wrap the shit up. Like, keep going because, that's what makes us us, So I want to be remembered as that girl who, no matter what happened, she still was nice. She still was kind. Like, she a motherfucker when she provoked. But she shows you niceness first before she shows you a ghetto side of her. But that's the memory I want. I want it to always be she was this nice, sweet, loving, giving, give you the shirt off her back type of female.
Within you saying that, it gives the theme of like keep going even when it's moments you want to give up. So tell me, what motivates you on days when you feel like giving up?
My baby. I wake up every day and I got this little girl just looking up to me like. She be like, Mommy, I want to do schoolwork with you. Come on, queen. Like, and then, like, when she see me wear my little purse, she want to get her little purse. Like, my daughter made me a girly girl. Like, I wasn't no girly girl. What? Jordans me, please. Like, I'm not finna wear no heels. Now I'm here spending $300 on heels. I just be like, girl, what has happened? But it's my daughter.
Now you got you a mini me, so what would you tell mini you? Like a younger version of yourself, what would you have told yourself knowing what you know now?
That you are beautiful. It's okay to walk when you're confident. Don't ever let nobody dim your light. Your ego is never too big. And that I would just tell her, like, love yourself more. Like, love yourself without looking for validation. Stop giving a fuck what somebody else think and just pour into yourself. And when I gave away all of those, it made me who I am. Like, my daughter gonna be a beast. Like, her mama cold. Like, because I feel like my younger self and who I am now is crazy. Like, myself from the beginning of this year ain't even the same. I now have boundaries. I'm still working on how to talk when I'm frustrated, but we getting there. But, I have boundaries. I was told, like, oh, you just seem like to be a pushover. But it's like, I try to lead with niceness. But you bring that other side out of me, it ain't no coming back. So,
it seems like you've been growing and learning a lot throughout your years through experience. And you're doing a lot. You got your personal life, you got your child, you're doing hair. But aside from all that, you also mentioned that you're getting into podcasting. So tell us about that.
So I do want to start a podcast where I have different themes every other month where I'll drop my podcast. And in the end of those podcasts, they may be messy. They may be, full of like drama. But at the end, I do want to discuss with whoever is doing a podcast with me or even myself, like, what would you do if someone is going through this? Because people go through the things that we just sit up and laugh about. Like, that's real life stuff. So with people going through those things, how can you like help motivate them? Like, and I always recenter everything back to God because my faith is just really, really strong in Him. But I would see like, how can God get you through this? Like, what type of prayers can you send up that can help you get through this? Like, what can actually help someone who's going through this situation that we just spent 20 minutes laughing about? What can we say to somebody that's actually going through this? Because we're not just going to sit up here and just talk about, what's going on. How can we fix it? Like, how can we make somebody feel powerful when they feel defeated? And I think that's what helps me go. Like, that's why I want that podcast, because it was times where I felt defeated and I had to just pick myself back up because ain't nobody else going to do it. I'm not going to go cry wolf. So I'll just re-pick myself back up. So these, messy topics is there, but how do we help someone get through this? Because we can laugh all day.
Yeah, a real message is what's most important aside from like clickbait and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with the podcast coming, do you got anything aside from that you want the people to be aware of in the near future?
No, just stay tuned on Selena's Creation. Y'all can only know about the podcast right now.
So give us one last message for your audience, the fans watching. You've been dropping a lot of gems, giving us a lot of games, saying a lot of motivational things. Just give us one more thing for the people.
Believe in yourself, have confidence, know you that nigga, know you that female, and you walk with your head up high and pop it. Stop being humble. Pop it. Like, don't stop. Pop it.
I know that's right. Where can the people find you
at Selena's Creation, or you can find me at Classy D18. And I'm keeping that name. I'm not changing it. But that's where y'all can find me. Or on Facebook, Dorothy Tate.
I know that's right. And it's a wrap.
Period.